Hey y'all, what's up, what's good? It's your girl Michaela Janae here, back with another video, and as you can see, I'm super comfortable. I'm ready to talk. I hope you all are following me on Instagram at everything by MaJa. If you are, you would know that I was planning to do this video. Today we'll be speaking on closure, okay? I recently heard a quote that said, closure is you wanting a verbal explanation of what they've already shown you, okay? So what that quote is basically saying, a lot of us want closure within relationships where the person's actions were way louder than their words. They already conveyed to you the message that they wanted to send. Their actions were super loud, but you were not prepared to hear it. So you want closure. And I do personally believe that wanting closure leaves a door open, whether it's a large opening or a small little crack in our life, to allow that person to come back in and possibly allow that person to hurt you in the exact same way that they hurt you before when they broke it off, or in a new way you didn't even think about. Leaving any types of cracks in the door, leaving that door open for somebody that's already shown you how they view you, how they view the relationship. They showed you where they want to go and their level of respect for you. That's where the door needs to be closed, and that's where you should really consult with God on the next step. And we're constantly allowing them, whether it's a male or female, to have access to pieces of us that they no longer deserve. My mom always tells me that that person has X in front of their name for a reason, okay? They earned that title. Of course, things that are meant to be will come back. They're either going to be represented to you in a better timing, in a better fashion, or they're going to be replaced when you are ready mentally and physically with something better. Because instead of looking for closure the second your relationship ends, or when things aren't working out and you're looking for closure, that's the time when you should be seeking God first and going to Him to understand better what happened. And that's why I say I don't believe in closure, because instead of going to a human who's not perfect, the relationship did not work for a reason. Maybe there was a lack of communication, maybe there was a lack of trust. Instead of going back to them to go and get the same information, to go and get the same thing told to you over and over again, and to keep trying something and expecting a different result, I would rather go to God and ask Him, where did I go wrong in this situation? Why did this not work out? Where should I go from here? Those are the right questions to ask, instead of going to seek closure from someone who cannot give you those answers that you're looking for. I know breakups are hard, getting out of situationships are hard, moving on is even harder, but those things become easier when you give it to God. When we realize that our worth and our value comes from God, who loves us unconditionally and would never leave us or forsake us, that's when we realize that, okay, I can go to Him when I'm feeling upset about this. I can go to Him when I'm seeking solace, or I need to feel the love that I lost in that relationship or in that situation. You know, whatever you're lacking, you can go to Him to fill that gap. Because whenever you're in a relationship or a situationship, or you're talking to somebody and then it ends, there is a hole in your life. There's a space that was there for a certain period of time, and a lot of us, we need to add God back into that space, especially if He wasn't already there. Like I said in last week's video, it's important to allow Him into every area of your life, and when it comes to needing closure, that is a perfect time to allow Him into your relationships. Well, it's not the perfect time. The perfect time would be to add Him in the beginning, but it's not too late to add Him in when it's over and you need Him, because there's a big difference between wanting closure and just needing to move on. But the minute I allowed God into my emotions and how I view relationships, I gave Him access to that, is when I was able to release feelings that were keeping me down, was keeping a hold on me, and I felt that a weight was lifted off my shoulders when I allowed God to give me that release. I allowed Him into that section to where I can let that go. I know it's hard, but after a small season of mourning that loss of that relationship, of that person, of that, interaction daily, we have to realize and remember what actually went on during that time. I feel like a lot of us, men and women, forget why you broke up. You forget in such a short period of time that, oh, they was cheating, or oh, they didn't trust me, or even small things. I didn't like the way he interacted with other people. I didn't like certain anger problems. You tend to forget whenever you're seeking closure and you want the happy times back, but you need to remember what went on that made it turn into a closed case, okay? Because you do not want to repeat any cycles. You don't want to repeat that pattern or find those traits that you didn't like in the next person. If we allow God into the relationship when it comes to the choosing, how you go about it, how often y'all texting, if you allow him into that part, that's why I'm so picky about who I allow into my space, who I allow into my phone, who I allow in my face, because God has a plan for me. I'm not trying to add too many extra people to get me off course or present a false hope in me where it's not meant to be. It's not going to benefit me. They're there as a distraction. It's not going to end well, okay? I always want God to lead me and guide me in the direction I should go, and that includes with men, and that should include when you're looking for a girlfriend or boyfriend. I'm never going to tell you, oh, just focus on yourself. You never know when God is presenting you with someone you should be with, but it's important to allow him that space to walk in front of you and show you that person clearly, to where you can save yourself from needing closure, save yourself from the heartbreak, save yourself from just the feelings, okay? Like, the feelings is what gets you. Like, I hate seeing people sad because of a relationship. Maybe it was a relationship that they should have never entered because there was red flag after red flag after red flag, and now they leave an open door for somebody that keeps coming in and playing with their emotions, or keeps coming in and confusing them more. Close the door. Even if you have to reopen the door when that person grows or you grow, close it for the time being. When y'all break up, close it. Lock it even. Like, God will tell you when it's time. He's going to make it known to you if you need to open that door, if you need to give that person a second chance. But don't work in your own strength when it comes to relationships. That is the whole point of this video. So that is just my viewpoints on closure. Let me know how you feel about closure. Do you think you need closure? I hope this video was helpful to somebody. If it was, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about what I'm saying in this video. And like I said, this does not go for loss, and when I say situations, like, sometimes things happen at work or at school or in your business and you're just like, I need closure on this because I didn't even understand what happened. But when it comes to major life questions like that, sometimes God will still not give you an answer. So don't go around expecting closure on every situation. I went through a bunch of things that in this phase of my life, I still don't know why I went through it. God still did not give me the blueprint. He didn't give me the explanation behind it. I don't know. Some questions just can't be answered. So it's so important to build up that strength to just move on eventually in the time. It moves quicker when you allow God to lead the moving on process. I'm going to talk to you guys in my Friday video. This is the week that I will be doing my announcement video, so make sure that you are tuned for that. I'm gonna see you guys in that video.